Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today we got a couple different Walking Dead news topics to discuss. I'm going to put them in one video, though, because if I separate them, I'll just blow up your feed with like 4 different mini videos. Anyway, the first one has a positive look at hopefully Maggie returning in Season 10. The showrunner Angela Kang is very confident, and she sat down with comicbook.com to tell them how confident she was in her returning. I had to laugh, though, because the second sentence has a typo that threw me off. I had to read it like 5 times. The sentence says, in fact, the showrunner is so confident in Lauren Cohan returning to her role that she is not planning a narrative for Season 10 of the zombie drama with her. That should say without her, right? She is not planning a narrative for Season 10 with her. Yeah, that should say without. For a second there, I thought my brain melted, and I just couldn't read it right. Anyway, Lauren Cohan said, "We will hopefully come back to Maggie's story in Season 10. Lauren and I have been texting about some things, and we are hopefully going to schedule a conversation. But Georgie's group is definitely out there in the world doing some stuff, and I have some notion of what they are up to. They may also be a part of the universe in general. That's really up to Scott, but we'll see how it plays out." I love that. I love that. Being so confident that they're not making a backup plan, and they're really determined, or at least Angela Kang is very determined to get Maggie back here. Hopefully, they'll be able to successfully make that happen. Now, this reminds me, or it gives me a lot of ideas of the potential for what AMC is doing. I see a few articles here and there on the internet saying the ratings are in decline and all this. And yeah, there's truth to that, but there's also some stuff they can do. It's not the end of the world. However, what AMC is doing is they're building the franchise up, and these articles are saying the ratings are dropping, but AMC is moving ahead like the ratings are rising every day. Well, the thing is, this is a big franchise for them, and the possibility and the potential for what they can accomplish moving forward with AMC Premiere, which is essentially a streaming service. Think of it like AMC's own personal Netflix. Now, they want to get people to the AMC Premiere. What if they did stuff like, and again, we are so constantly conditioned to think, oh, TV shows are like this and only like this, because back in the day, that's how. We didn't have the internet. Back in the day, and I'm talking even before my time, when I was a kid, before I was a kid, when my parents were a kid, you had TV, you had channels, you had time slots, because anything else would be madness. People would have no idea what's going on. People heard about shows based on the radio. They went from the radio for entertainment and then to TV. They had a set schedule. They even had a TV guide. It was simple. There was a structure. Now, with the internet, the structure has evolved. You don't need to rely on the old way of thinking. What you need to do is, if they put the AMC Premiere out and you don't have time slots when you put something on, you don't need any seasons. You don't need another season of The Walking Dead. You can do 3 mini episodes with Maggie's character showing what she's doing with Georgie, and then when she leaves Georgie, put those 3 episodes, put those up on AMC Premiere in between Season 9 and 10. Now, I don't think this is possible because they would have to go into production soon, I would imagine, for that, and everything involved for that. But this is just an idea. With AMC Premiere, they don't have to rely on the old way of thinking with putting up videos and time slots, episodes and channels and time slots and things like that. The whole concept is to just get people to pay for Premiere, right? Am I saying that right? Yeah, it is Premiere. If that's the case, you can hook a lot of people by having these offshoots of The Walking Dead. It doesn't have to tie right into it, and it's stuff they've already done. They've done webisodes before where they would show it on, I believe originally it was on YouTube. They had webisodes, and they played some of it during the commercial breaks, and then they did these really small portions for the the character going from the webisode into the main show. A lot of it was gimmicks, and I feel like if AMC moves away from the gimmicks and they focus on simply entertaining us, and they say, look, we got 3 episodes of a Negan backstory. It's not in the Walking Dead official main show. It's not on a time slot. It's not Sunday night at 10 o'clock. It's not Friday night. They just put it right on AMC Premiere. They're going to premiere it, whatever, pick a day. October 31st, we're getting 3 episodes of Negan. Boom. Or October 31st, we get episode 1. November 15th, we get episode 2. The end of November, we get episode 3. They can do that for Negan. They can do that with, if Fear's fallen apart, they could take Morgan and do a little Morgan series of his return to the show. There's the amount of possibilities, I feel, is endless. And again, that will eventually combine into what they're doing with the movies with Rick. Because essentially the movies with Rick, it's exactly what I'm talking about. Instead of calling it a movie, though, you have these little mini movies or whatever you want to call them. Pop shots, little, here's what's going on with Maggie in a 30-minute clip. You can only watch it on AMC Premiere. Because again, it doesn't matter all the way about having a series continually running. As long as you are constantly entertaining month to month, the possibilities are freaking endless, I feel. That's my thoughts and opinions. I could be totally wrong, but you guys let me know what you think on that. Now, that ran way longer than I expected, but moving on to another big update. This has to do with Telltale Games. A quick summary. The Telltale Games The Walking Dead came out with the final season of Clementine's story. They put out 2 episodes and the company went under. They shut their doors and they were going to leave it where Clementine's story did not conclude whatsoever. And that was a bummer to a lot of fans. But Skybound came in, saved the damn day. Not only are they going to continue the last 2 episodes, but if you already paid for it, you don't have to worry. I feel like Telltale took that money and ran. Like, they got that bread. I kind of feel like, and I could be talking out of line here, but I kind of feel like they bounced with that bread, and Skybound is just going to take that hurt piece just to finish the story. And I respect them for that. I think that is so awesome, and I think that's a massive gift to the fans, especially those waiting, because keep in mind, this was not Skybound's gig. This was not their responsibility. This was all on Telltale, and then Skybound came in and saved the day for some fans. And this is big news because they are officially starting the development efforts today. So I know you want the stories as quick as possible, but let's give them some patience and let them get this out to the best of their abilities. And they're also bringing in, let me see what it says right here. We are excited to let you know that many of the talented, passionate team members who originally worked on the game are resuming development efforts today. That's another cool thing. They're bringing back as many people as they possibly can who were working on it to come back to finish it up. So awesome news. Just want to give Skybound a shout out for that. That is freaking awesome. Here's a little mini article on thewalkingdead.com by Johnny Odell. And this is a cool one you can give a read to, but it essentially says Alana Masterson says she's got I failed. I just failed at life. Samantha Morton is a true badass. And she is the new villain coming up named Alpha on the show. She's so good and menacing and terrible and awful. People will not know what hit them when she comes on screen. We are beyond lucky to have her. Now, I won't go into the spoilers about what happens in the comic, but this is one hell of a plug. First encountered in issue 132 of the comics, Alpha is the ruthless leader of the Whisperers who confronts our heroes after her daughter Lydia is captured and taken to the hilltop. To Hilltop. I always say the Hilltop. I don't know why. She's notorious for her Red Wedding-esque retaliation that led to several of our heroes beheaded. But more on that later. I won't go into the spoilers there, but go ahead and check out that article if you're interested for the rest of that. Next up, this awesome image. I don't know why we're talking about it. I just had it on my computer accidentally. We were supposed to go to a figure announcement. Excuse me, but I love this picture here. This reminds me of the old black and white Frankenstein movie in the graveyard, the gothic look to it. I freaking love that. Anyway, moving over to the figure announcement. It's not a new figure. It is a repaint. However, it's a new beginning Andrea. It comes with, I believe, it comes with the hat, which is new. Originally, the figure looked like, I do have a picture of it. Yeah, this was the original release that came out a few years ago. It was in color, and then there's a blood splattered variant to it. And I see there's another blood splatter variant to the new one. And it's the same exact paint, just with an additional hat, a scarf, and a poncho. The scarf wasn't on the character originally. I don't think so, because mine doesn't have a scarf. Anyhow, so this is the new figure coming out for this Black Friday. It's not a new release, but I do have a feeling that that has to do with whatever's going on at McFarlane Toys. They've really, I feel like they've really dropped the ball when it came to the Walking Dead collectibles. Not only did I tried to contact them to get information about the Blu-ray. They come out with a Blu-ray set every friggin' season since season 2. I look forward to them. I love them. I get the Steelbook at Target, and then I get the Blu-ray set from McFarlane Toys, and they have like a zombie bust or something similar to that, or a zombie display every season. And season 8, when I contacted them, they told me there's no plans whatsoever to come out with anything for season 8. And then with the figures, they made an announcement, and a bunch of fans contacted them, and they said the TV show figures are postponed. The Negan, the new Negan, clean-shaven, open shirt, and no scarf. The Rick for season 7, I think. And then the Maggie that I was really excited for. She looked great. A lot of fans were excited for that. A brand new TV Maggie, 7-inch, with the jacket from the end of season 7. Anyway, McFarlane Toys said those were postponed at this time. However, the other day they just released out of nowhere a 10-inch Daryl, which I feel bad for whoever runs the social media account, because everyone was just like, enough with the Daryl. What are you guys doing? Give us new characters. So I really don't know what they're doing with The Walking Dead. I kind of feel like either a new company should take it over, or they should just admit defeat and keep with the 7-inch line and add articulation like they're doing with the Fortnite figures, because those are incredible. And again, these are the comic figures. They're 5 inches, and it's the smaller size, not the 7-inch size. And this is a repainted Andrea in the New Beginning look. I'm a big fan of Andrea in the New Beginning, so even though she's a repaint, I might have to grab her down the line. I think that's it. Yeah, here's a look at what she did look like. I personally was hoping for maybe this look with the poncho. Instead of being a complete remake, they could do the scarf and they could do the t-shirt, and then this way you get a variant with the bite mark on her neck. For those who don't know, in the comic, Andrea did die by getting bit in the neck, and I just thought that would have been a cool variant to do, like some type of limited edition variant. I'm not sure, but maybe some added accessories. But yeah, that's pretty much it for what's going on in the world of The Walking Dead for these topics. We got a few other ones coming out, so give me your thoughts and opinions about everything we discussed down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.